Hello, darlings. Today I'm going to create this makeup look. Oh, it's a springtime look that I'm coming at you with. And I posted this on Instagram a few weeks ago, and I had a bunch of people saying, let's see a tutorial. Let's see a tutorial. So that's what I'm here doing. We're doing a makeup tutorial today. So get your food, get some snacks, which is also food, get some drinks, sit down with me, let's quarantine together and do our makeup. I've been making videos for 7 years now, and the intro, filming the intro for you guys, like the welcoming bit, is always weird at first. It's like, do I say hey guys? Do I say hey? Do I say what's up? Do I say hi friends? Which is usually what I gravitate toward. I don't know. I don't know why I overthink it so much, but you can just know that every time you watch a video of mine now moving forward, you'll know that me saying hi is awkward to you guys. We are gonna do a spring look that I wore the other day. I got so many requests to do a tutorial of it. We're gonna try our hardest to recreate it because I made it up as I went along, which is what I pretty much always do. I never really have like a plan. I just kind of go where my mind wants to, where I'm feeling it, you know, where I'm feeling the most creative. But I really did love that makeup look, and it has such a spring vibe, as you guys saw in the beginning of this. And so I'm gonna teach you guys how I think I created it step by step, and we're just gonna hope that it turned out the way that I did it the first time. So I'm starting off with this antioxidant dew. This was sent to me in a BoxyCharm, and I like it. I already did my whole skincare routine. This is just gonna give me like a dewy finish, which sometimes I'm not liking that look, you know, because it can feel kind of greasy, especially if you accidentally put on too much product. But this is a spring look, so when I think of spring, I think of like moisture, I think of dew, I think of things blossoming, and I just feel like the dewy face is going to be what we do. We do the dew. I'm not gonna lie, I had a glass of wine. It's 3 p.m. here, so as I always say, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Just kidding, I didn't make that up. Taking my sponge that is not a beauty blender because I don't have money for that, and my liquid foundation, which is Rainforest of the Sea by Tarte. This is the water foundation. Not my favorite foundation. I think I've told you guys that before in a previous video. But like, I am not one of those people that buys multiple foundations, multiple concealers. I have one, and I do not allow myself to go out and buy another one until I finish the first one, because I don't want to be wasteful, and I know that I will be, because I used to hoard makeup products like nobody's business, and now I'm realizing we don't need to hoard. We can just get one thing, wait till we don't like it anymore, and then move on from there. And because it is already 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I am not going to do a primer at all, because I don't need it, because I'm only going to keep my makeup on for a few hours probably, and then wash it off to get comfortable. By the way, how is everybody doing right now? Being stuck at home. I'm sure most of you are quarantined, or maybe you're working but you're practicing social distancing. Yes, hopefully. We have been mostly stuck inside, but yesterday the weather was so nice. We went on a hike, or it wasn't even a hike. We drove to the mountains to a secluded pond area, and it had like a little creek running through it. And so the kids got to come out. We were just all kind of just hanging out in nature. Nobody else was there. It was crazy, because I assumed that everybody else was going to do the same thing that we did and flock to the mountains, you know. And it was such a nice day. But yeah, so nobody was really there. It was such a great day, and it was good to get out and have the kids be able to like explore and experience being a kid as they should. You know what I mean? That's the hardest part about all of this, I think, is like how are we supposed to keep our kids entertained for this long of a process? We have a park near us that we always take the kids, and I didn't think anything of it. And then I filmed part of it on an Insta story, which, to be honest with you guys, I'm kind of afraid to film anything right now because I'm afraid people are gonna come at me. Even though I am social distancing, I don't know, just it's part of like being a mom in general, I feel like you always think that people are judging you. But they're probably not always. But you know, it's just, we're so hard on ourselves as moms that we assume that everybody else would be just as hard on us, if that makes sense. And so I have to remind myself that a lot of that stuff that I'm feeling like moms are thinking about me it's not the case. Like, I'm thinking those things about myself more often than not, you know? This is the Tarte Shape Tape concealer, by the way. It's my absolute favorite concealer, but I did get a shade too light. And once again, I'm not gonna like return it and get a new one until this one uses up, because I just can't do that to myself. So usually what I'll do is I'll just try to blend it in as best as I can, and then sometimes I'll kind of go in with, like, when I'm bronzing, I'll kind of put a little bit under my eyes so it doesn't look like raccoon eyes, you know what I mean? But usually I can blend it well enough to where it's not super duper noticeable. It just depends on how much time I have to do my makeup, because sometimes I don't have time to like sit here and make sure everything is like blended smoothly. Lately I have had time because I haven't been doing anything. But all that to say, I took my kids to the park and I wasn't supposed to, because you're not supposed to put your kids on playground equipment right now. If you don't know that, now you do. The virus likes to live on surfaces for like, on plastic surfaces for 2 to 3 days or something. My confusion lies, my kids are watching a movie out there and they're about to lose their stuff already. Guys, watch the movie please, or else you can go downstairs and play. But we are not going to be screaming and yelling, okay? Mom life. The virus can apparently live on like plastic playground surfaces for like 3 days. My confusion is, if it cannot survive in the sun and the sun is shining down on the play equipment, is the virus still on it? I'm just saying, we need all the scientific facts before we can really come up with like a yes or no. But to be on the safe side, I of course haven't been taking them to the park because I feel informed now. I felt like a really bad mom for like a day over that. I know it's silly, but that's what happened. And so now I'm at a place where I'm like, okay, we're not gonna go to the playground. You guys can play in the yard. We'll go on walks. We're pretty much trying not to touch anything that anybody else previously touched, which is easy when we're like at home. But if I'm at the store getting groceries, or like David right now is going to the store for my grandparents, you know, he's touching stuff. It's like, even after you wash your hands, you still touched so many things. Oh man, I just went off on a tangent there. But anyways, that whole situation made me really like afraid to post anything, because I'm like, what if I'm just doing everything wrong as a quarantine mom? I don't know if any of you guys can relate to that, but I feel like the pressure's really been on. The pressure's been on full speed. I don't know if that's the word I'm looking for. Speed. Full circuit. No, that's not it either. Yeah. Anyways, there's been a lot of pressure as parents to make sure that we can do all the things. And now school's out, so we're in charge of that too. So if you're a mom or a dad, if you like watching makeup videos, I can empathize with you on that, and I think we've like all been there if you're feeling all of those things. So right now I am using the Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh powder. It used to be kind of damp, which is how it's supposed to be, and I loved it because it like gave this cooling effect to my face. I think I accidentally dried it out because it's no longer damp, but it still works just fine. So I'm just putting that under my eyes, on my eyelids, and then around the corners of my mouth, because this is where I always get like little lines from my makeup when I'm smiling and things. So this is just to kind of like keep everything in place. And if you have any parts of your face that like to crease, you know, like another one for me is like under my eyes, sometimes my nose or whatever. My nose doesn't crease, but I get like marks on my nose. This is always a good thing, and you just kind of let it sit there. You don't even have to worry about whether you're putting too much on. You just kind of like feather it on, and then you can blend it later. This is how I use it. I don't know if that's what it's for, but this is the way that I use it. So You know, keeping things really professional over here, guys. Real professional. Did I do this eye? Yes, I did. What I've started doing recently is I now do brows before I put on my powder foundation, because right now my face is really like moist and wet, if you will, from the makeup. And I haven't really set it yet with a powder foundation. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills pencil. This is definitely my absolute favorite. Because it glides on so smoothly. I've tried on so many like eyebrow pencils, and this one glides on so smooth. It's great. So I'm gonna kind of just fill them in, and then we'll blend them out with the brush. The lighting is doing some really whack things right now, so sorry. Hear how you guys are doing, how you're holding up, how's it going. Tell me your personal stories, share with us if you need prayer. If you're watching this video and you are a prayer warrior, you are somebody that prays, please pray for the people in the comments. If you see any comments, you can even tell them that you're praying for them. You know, I think we all just like need hope right now. So let's be hope, let's be peace, let's be joy, let's be all of those things. Social media can be a very stressful, anxiety-ridden place, but it can also be such an encouraging and positive place too, if we really use it for that. And I just want to use my platforms for that, you know? So these aren't perfect right now. I might go over them later, but I'm just gonna brush them out now. I usually like to brush up like this, and then I just kind of smooth them over. Unless you like the up brow look. It's like a new trend right now. It looks like soap brows. I still haven't tried it yet. I'm kind of nervous. Okay, I went through my palette stash and I'm pretty sure these are the colors that I used. So we're gonna start off doing the entire lid. I'm using this ColourPop palette called Good Sport. You're gonna see all the pretty colors in here. The gold that's in here is the gold that's gonna be on the corner of my eyes, right over here. And then we're gonna use this like neutral nude shade just for the base on the lid. So I'm gonna use this brush now. This is just another eyeshadow kind of brush. And I'm going into this palette. This is one I created myself on ColourPop. Their eyeshadows are so cheap. If you're looking for like cheap makeup that you'll love, you will love their makeup. I love ColourPop. So I'm gonna go in with this orange color, and I'm gonna take it just from like the middle of my lid to the outer corner of my lid. And let me zoom in for you guys so you can see. I like it because it's not like super powerful of a color, and we're not gonna like keep packing it on till it is. I really just want there to be a contrast between the orange on this side and then the yellow that's gonna be on that side. So don't worry if like you can't get it to look as you want. If you have any orange shades, try them out. If you don't have orange shades, what I would suggest doing is a light brown on this side. This is like a brush with a fluffy brush on the other side. Just kind of blend that. Blend, blend, blend. It doesn't have to be perfect, but try to blend it as much as you can. Okay, so going back into the first palette I showed you guys, the Good Sport palette. I'm gonna go in with this yellow shade. It's called Trooper. I'm gonna go in with that first. I'm just gonna use the water. I already dipped my brush in some water, because I find that just dipping it a little bit in water and then applying it to my eyes really does the trick more than anything else. So I'm just gonna apply that to the front part of my eye, to the middle where the orange begins. If you don't have yellow, you can do gold, or you can do, you know, any light kind of like bronzy color in the corner, but gold would also look fantastic if you have gold eyeshadow. We're gonna take this lovely yellowish gold shade and we are gonna apply that to the corners. I'm gonna change up my brushes this time because I want more accurate results. So I'm gonna take this brush, which is just more pointy. So start right here in the corner and just kind of make your way up. Don't go past your crease. Like you can see the crease of your eye. Don't go above the crease. Try to stay within the bottom part of your eye crease. What is your guys' favorite season? Let me know in the comments. And seriously, if you guys are still watching this video, you are so awesome. Like, thank you. I'm gonna go back in with the orange color just to kind of blend it some more. Make it look like a seamless blend. Once again, it doesn't need to be like 100% perfect. With my eyes, I don't really perfect anything until I'm done with the entire eye look, and we're not done yet. Okay, these eyes were very full of color, so there are a few more colors that are in this that I remember doing. And one of those colors is this purple color right here called Sista. So we're gonna go in with that, and we're gonna go on the crease with it. So I'm gonna take my fluffy brush still because I still like using this brush for the crease. I just have to make sure I don't use too much of it. And I'm just starting here at the crease, see that? There's a little bit of fallout, but we'll fix that. So I only went kind of like right to here because as you can see, because I'm using the fluffy brush, it's going into the gold. All right, just fix that with a little bit more foundation. All right, now that we have that lighter purple color, we're gonna go in just in the outside corners with this really pretty maroon berry color right here. It's called Reckless, super pretty. And we're just gonna take that right in the outer corner. And it's kind of a lot easier if you just like pack it like this, since it is just like one corner that you're really focusing on. And that way you don't accidentally take it too far. Just kind of start by packing it in there. Okay, so that's done. We're gonna blend this in a little bit. Let's go back in one more time with that gold just to make sure that it's still popping, because it has to be popping. That's the goal. Now I'm gonna just take that blendy brush one more time, and I'm gonna go back in with that base color that we started off with, and I'm gonna use that to blend just into the top to kind of just make sure that there's no harsh movements in my eyeshadow. Harsh endings. I don't know what I'm saying. What am I saying? Harsh lines. There you go. I think that's what I'm trying to say, honestly. Guys, I think I recreated it. I'm pretty sure I did. I hope I did. We are gonna go in with some liquid eyeliner. I am using the Hank & Henry Slick With It. It is brown. And I'm doing a little bit of like a wing liner. Nothing intense or crazy, but we're gonna do it. So wing liner, easiest thing, if you have trouble with wing liner, the easiest thing to remember is to take where your eye ends over here and then just keep going with it. If you were to keep going with your eye, what would it do? So I'm just gonna keep going up to match it. See, if my eye were to keep going, it would just keep going up like that. That's step one. So do your line. Step two, I always start from the middle of my eye because I don't go any further than the middle. That'll make your eyes look so much smaller if you do your entire eyelid. So start from the middle and just do a straight line at first. Just make sure that you have a nice straight line. Now you gotta connect what's happening right here. So I usually go about right here, which is not quite the corner of my eye, but almost. And I just bring it out to connect with that line. See that? And now I'm just going to fill it in completely. And you know, it's not a very polished wing, but it's okay. It doesn't need to be. The dark eyeshadow kind of hides it in there too, so that's nice. I just looked at the picture again and I'm pretty sure that I used like a whitish color as well. So we're gonna go in with this color, which is also in this palette. And I'm gonna put a little bit on my pinky because this is like the easiest way to apply it, I feel like. And we're just gonna do a dab in the eye where the gold meets the eye. So let's do the bottom eye before I put on my powder foundation. Because if you're looking at my face right now, you're like, it's so uneven and the complexion, what's happening? It's because we never put on that powder foundation. So I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna use Hooky, this orangish color right here. And I'm gonna apply that at the bottom first, right on the lash line. Only take it to the middle of the eye. No further, because once again, you don't want to make your eyes look small. Unless you have like really large eyes that everyone is envious of, then you could probably get away with doing it a little bit more. But for me, when I smile, my eyes kind of disappear. So I have to make them appear as wide and open as possible when I'm able to. You can go in with that dark berry color again. And this time I'm not going to take it all the way to the middle of the eye, but I'm just going to do a little bit right here on the end, on the corner. Okay, I have my powder foundation. I'm going to use my big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to apply that all over my face. And this way I'm able to kind of whisk away any other fallout I had with those palettes. Whisk all that color away, get the skin nice and even. See that? Shine that was happening on my chin is now gone, but you can still see I have that dewy look because of that that cream stuff I put on my face before we started. It definitely gave me a more dewy, fresh kind of look, which is what I was definitely going for. And I'm gonna go in with my Pro Glow palette. This is like the only palette I use. I always use like the same color almost every day. Right here, we're gonna do that to create some contour happening. Kind of lightly brush it on. I'm using this Ciate. I don't know how to say this brand, but this is the blush. Just gonna apply a little bit up here. And then we're gonna go in with our highlighter. I'm using Too Faced. This is the Canary Diamond highlight. So pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply that to my nose, the end of my nose. Gonna apply that up here by my eyebrow, on this side, and then right here above my lips. And then, of course, our cheeks. I'm gonna use this mascara for my eyes, and I'll save that step because you guys don't need to see me doing that. This is the Grande Drama Intense Thickening Mascara with castor oil. And then we're gonna go in with MAC Breathing Fire Matte Lipstick. Alright guys, so there you have it. This is the final look, and I have been wearing this makeup for a few hours already today. So far so good. If you guys like this shirt, be sure to check out my Chic Soul haul. It'll be the next video going live on this channel more than likely. I'm gonna show you guys all the cute things that Chic Soul sent to me recently, and this was one of them. As always, if you're brand new here, please introduce yourself below. Let me know a fact about you. Let me know something that you are doing right now in quarantine. Like, what has been the highlight of your day? What has been one awesome thing that you've been doing since you've been staying home? I would love to hear your guys' favorite things. If you are brand new here, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up button if you want to see more videos like this. And we have a lot more content coming. Stay tuned, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye.